It is day number 10, February 28th, and I am back to my room here late and with very good reason. Ended up with a longer day than I expected and ended up with this nice stack right here of, was it 52 autographs that I got. I already gave one away. A friend didn't have stuff for my camera, so I said, here, go have one of these ones. He signed 2 of that one for me. So, yeah, 51 added in, 52 that I got total, but I'm counting as 52 because that's how many I got signed. I just chose to give one away. But check that out, 52 autographs. And I did not expect to get be back as late as I was. So to start things out, I went out to Surprise this morning to go and see the Rangers have their practice. Went to the Rangers and Cubs game after that, and that was all I was originally planning on doing for the day. So we'll recap all of that first, then we'll get into what I got into after that. So to start out, went inside, and it was mostly pitchers that were around. So did at least get Hobie Milner on a 2024 Topps card. It's Topps Update, actually, US 87, the card on that one. But, yeah, so nice horizontal card there. Only card that I had of him. Also threw Caleb Bouchley on a sweet spot card. Excuse me. So as I was hanging around there, got a few other pitchers walking through as Joe Barlow came through and signed the 2 cards that I had of him, right there, including the Round Rock team set card. I think it's the second Round Rock team set card that I've gotten signed while I've been out here, if I remember right. There was somebody else that I got one on. I can't think of who it was now. It might have been, Jimmy Herget, if I remember right, signed the other one. So, yeah, fun stuff that I was like getting those team set cards done. Dane Dunning came through not long after that. The first batch of pitchers got done throwing on a side field, and a lot of guys I needed out of that group, and unfortunately, they almost entirely took the back exit, aside from, as I said, Dane Dunning, who signed 1 out of the 4 cards that I had of him, and Mark Church, who I had signed one of these sweet spot cards. These are ones that came from the autograph card, theautographcard.com. You'll notice that they are very similar to the design that I made. I will admit that I was heavily influenced. Ripped off! I kind of ripped it off from them, but yeah. You'll see some differences, though, to it. I mean, but yeah, same concept. I like their stuff, though. They do really great work there. And you can find them at theautographcard.com. So if you don't know how to make your own or anything like that, you can just buy them pre-made right there from theautographcard.com. I thought about selling my design as well, but nah, that's going to be too much work to try to get all that together. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent here. Back to the autographs. So as I was standing and walking around a bit, one of the graphs I was hanging out says, hey, Kyle's over there. And I've been talking about Corey Seager with someone. I'm like, why the hell would Kyle Seager be here? No, it's Kyle Higashioka, the new catcher for the Rangers. Super nice guy, signed 2 out of 4 cards for me, and this continues a streak where if a player signs for me, they do well in their game. It happens all the time during the regular season. I mean, it's happened to Major League level, the minor league level. Yesterday, it happened with Bobby Witt. He signed for me pregame. He goes out and knocks a homer. Kyle Higashioka signs 2 cards for me. He hits 2 homers in today's game. So players, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, take note of that. When they sign for me, they do well. It could just be coincidence. It might not. It's probably not good to have fate. Come sign for me. You'll do well. Anyways, not long after that, we saw Dylan McClain walk through. So I got to talk to him for a bit. He's a Pacific Northwest guy. And I mentioned, yeah, my mom lives up in Hillsboro. And he says, oh, yeah, that's like half an hour for me. And he signed 3 cards that I had of him. Happy to add those in. Kind of a set upgrade right there. Also helps John out with his, so good stuff there. Got Robert Garcia not long after that. The second group of pitchers went and started coming off, and this group was better. They came through and signed pretty much in this good-sized group there. Barlow came through and did it again. Milner was part of that group as well, but I got Robert Garcia on a pair of cards. New Rangers pickup this offseason. Another new pickup in the offseason, Adrian Hauser on a set card. So another one to add into the 2021 Heritage set. And I forgot that this card was in this set until a couple days ago. As I was prepping, I'm like, wait a second. I remember seeing the Hauser card. I might have called him Housley. It's Adrian Hauser. But I remembered seeing that card somewhere. I'm like, wait a second. I need to look this up. And sure enough, he was in the Heritage set there. So I quickly grabbed that, threw it in the book, and got it done here. So very happy to add that one in. After that, I went back toward the minor league fields just to see what I could find. And, God, there were a whole bunch of guys on one field, but unfortunately, they weren't coming off at all, and it was getting close for me for time for me to go into the game, so I had to pass up on those guys. But I did at least get Daniel Cueva on 3 cards. He was the first autograph that I got on my trip last year out here, so everything has finally come full circle now with almost 800 autographs later between the 2 trips there, and actually no, over 800 between the 2 trips by this point. So, yeah, it has all come full circle, and it continues. I got another prospect for the Rangers as well. This is a guy with the last name of Galan. I will need to look him up and put the full name on the back there, but I did at least get the last name on there, so got him. Ian Mahler, catching prospect, was working with the catchers and had to run off and grab something. And on his way back, he signed 2 cards for me and said, "Hey, hoping we'll see you in Frisco this year." He's like, "Yeah, that's what I'm hoping I'll be." So hopefully we will. But there's 2 of him that I have finally gotten done. So after that, I went over, changed out my books and everything, and went into the game. The Cubs were the visiting team, and normally I would try the visitors on a game like this, but the visitors come in near the home plate gate, and it was packed around there on the home plate path into the field there. So I'm like, nah, we'll stick to the Rangers side and see what we can get. And so, yeah, didn't really have a whole lot of luck on there. I did at least manage to get Sean Armstrong, who signed almost everything that I had. Very happy to add him in. That's, how many is that? 3 Columbus Clippers team sets that he was in there, plus 3 other cards. He does not sign duplicates, though. So just a heads up, I had 2 of this card on my board. He signed 1 of it, left the other one. I'm good with that. You want to sign 6 cards for me? I'm not going to complain which ones you do. So good stuff there. Dustin Harris came through not long after that. Harris signing 1 out of the 3 cards that I had of him. And the last one that I was able to get pregame was Nick Ahmed, who signed 1 card that I put down for him. I had 8 on my board, but I'm like, we're getting late here. I'm just going to pull 1 off and go for the set upgrade right here. So got that one done, and that was it for the Rangers pregame. I tried during the game as the guys came off the field and just was having no luck with those guys at all. So they bring in a bunch of prospects. The guys I've got cards of, but it's like 6 guys out there that I had cards of, and I might see some of them in Frisco. I've got a decent chance of seeing them down Round Rock, and excuse me, wow. I'm just like, do I want to sit and wait for this? And I was texting with a friend, and he says, dude, you should go over and hit up either the Padres or the Mariners or the Dodgers or somebody else, because there are 4 teams, total 2 late games going on here. It's the first day of evening games, 6 o'clock start local time here. And another friend that I'd run into, they were saying, yeah, hey, I'm hitting up the Mariners next. And so I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. So I packed up my stuff after about the 6th, 7th inning, somewhere around there, and headed over to the Mariners camp. And Scott had said, yeah, he said, they haven't even started up yet here, so you got a little bit of time. And so drove like a bat out of hell through everything to get over to the Mariners camp, and I got there just as the pitchers were coming out on the field. So missed a few early on there, but nothing really huge. I was, at this point, anything that I was getting at this point was a bonus as far as I was concerned. And what a bonus it was, because, right here, this is just the Mariners I was able to get. So it really worked because, I had only spent 1 day with the Mariners on my whole trip here, and they were decent out on that day. They were decent for me last year. Not great, not, record-breaking like the White Sox were, but we're at the 2nd trip, and I just wasn't able to figure out how I was going to fit this in, and I finally figured out a way to, so went over there and missed out on the pitchers, but then we got a few position players. They were coming on and off the field, doing some hitting on the side. And I got Dominic Canzone to sign 2 cards for me over there. Canzone was pretty much only signing for kids. In fact, one of the guys that I mentioned before there, Scott, said that, dude, he signed for a couple people, skipped right over him, and then went in. So what helped is that Canzone is a Cleveland native. So I said, Dominic, you got time to sign for a fellow Cleveland guy? And he's like, absolutely I do. And so he signed 2 of the 4 cards there. We talked a little bit of local high school sports. He was a Walsh Jesuit grad, whereas I went to university school to, not rivals exactly, but we played each other a little bit in some sports. I know I remember we had a JV hockey game against them, and it was weird. The boards, most of the time the boards go up, waist high, maybe slightly higher than waist high. The boards in this place were up to my chest, so it's like nobody is making a jump over the boards line change in this place. So it's an interesting place to play in there against Walsh there. But again, I'm going off topic. Let's go back to the cards here. I've got a few prospects that came out, Cole Young being one of them. I've wanted to get this card signed for a while, and finally did this one. It's the only card that I had on my board, so that probably helped things out a bit. But Cole Young, 1 of 1. Ben Williamson came through not long after him, signed 1 of the 4 cards that I had of him on my board. Colt Emerson came through as well. Emerson was actually starting the game there tonight, but signed 1 for me, and I've never seen a SIG look like that before. It looks like literally like a CC or a VV, or like he's drawn something on his junk there. I don't know, but either way, he signed it for me. That's all that matters to me. So got the one there from Colt Emerson signed as well. After that, we headed over toward the pitchers. A lot of the pitchers, when they came out, were saying, oh, yeah, hey, I'll sign later. And so we held them to that, and true to their word, they did so coming off the field. I missed out on Emerson Hancock, unfortunately, but I did get Bryce Miller on 1 card. I also got Andres Munoz on 1 card as well. Gregory Santos, who was I believe he was the first card I got signed from the 2024 Topps set last year at spring training. re-inked that one as well, so I got another one there. This one looks a lot better. The first one, I don't remember if I didn't rub it down or if I didn't rub it down well enough. I think I actually did rub it down and it just didn't stick for whatever reason, but this time looking better for sure. Adonis Medina came through as well, signed 2 cards, set cards here for me, as his SIG is a gigantic A, and that is about it, but he did it. I'll take that anytime. So got 2 of those actually signed, so a little trade bait there. Logan Gilbert came off the field not long after that. It was actually Gilbert and George Kirby both walked off together. Gilbert signing 3 out of the 8 cards I had of him. He went all horizontal on them, which was pretty cool. I'll just show you all of those there. So the Panini one with Stetson, and then a couple of Topps issues right there. There we go. So yeah, 3 out of Logan Gilbert. I got 5 Logan Gilberts across the strip. I'm very happy with that. George Kirby, as I said, signed 1. It was his rookie card. I had 4 cards out. He said, got any preference at all? And I'm like, let's go with this one here. It's the rookie card there. Got the RC stamp up there. So went for that one. I tried Kirby later on. He came back out and signed for a few, and I was at the back. I waited till the very end there because I was kind of double dipping on him, and when I asked, he just completely just turned and walked off, so missed him a second time, but I got him on the rookie card. I like that. I've already got him for my set, so that helps things out. Mike Cameron, saw him come by as he was doing some instructional stuff on the field with the guys, signing everything that I had, so there's a nice little chrome. Hey, there we go. Yeah, get the reflection off the screen in there, so yeah. But yeah, so I got Mike Cameron on. He did 8 cards for me in there. Like I said, I had an extra one that, because Scott was like, oh man, yeah, I didn't have anything for him. I'm like, here you go, dude. He signed 2 of this copy for me, so gave him that one. Lastly, we got Brock Rodden coming through there, signing 1, the only card that I had left of him, so got him on that. I'm totally tapped out of Brock Rodden now, and there you go. 52 autographs today. My grand total for the trip right now is 557. So, yeah. There you go. I'm going to probably go ahead and post this up tonight. I got to pick up my wife at the airport here in about 2 hours, so I'll try to post this up before then just to scramble and get this up and online and get out the door and everything, but there you go. Thanks for tuning in. Go and check out sportscollectorsdaily.com. Great site for all things sports collectibles, all the latest sports collectibles news, not just my articles. I post an article there about every week, but all kinds of stuff. You name it in the collectibles world, it's going to be on there. sportscollectorsdaily.com. Go and give it a read. You give it a read every single day, actually. Check out my website as well at dfwgrapher.com. Got all of the stuff that I collect on there. It's got stuff about what I trade and just random stuff about yours truly, all up on there. dfwgrapher.com. Mostly autographs, some other stuff too. And lastly, the TTM Cast podcast. Make sure you go and subscribe to that at ttmcast.com. We typically put a new show up every Saturday, kind of on hiatus right now while I'm out here in Arizona, but should have a new episode coming up. Let's see here, the 5th, 6th, 7th, about March 8th or thereabouts. We should have a new episode with myself and Aaron Littleton talking about all things collectibles, especially TTM-related news. So check all that out. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you hopefully tomorrow when I will have a new video up as I go and see the Angels playing at home against the Oakland A's. Oh no, the not Oakland A's, the homeless A's as they are right now.